Good morning, everyone. Today we will discuss the complex data types in SQL. Here is the PPT for you. Let's start. Here we are just discussing the three types of complex data types. First one is blob, that is XML, and third is JSON. Okay. First one is blob. In blob, it's a SQL or blob. It's a binary large object. That's a full form of a blob. It's a complex data type used to store binary data such as images, videos, audio files, and other multimedia data. Blob data is typically used in a binary format. It can be of a variable length depending on the size of the data belong stored. Blob data can be stored in a separate table or in the same table as other data, depending on the specific requirements of the database schema. Blob data can be accessed and manipulated through SQL commands and can be used in queries and other database operations. However, because of the potentially large size of blob data, it is often more efficient to store and access blob data using specialized tools and APIs rather than through SQL commands. Since the modern databases are used to store blob, it's a special type of data. Here we are discussed. It is used to only for storing the image, multimedia data, or audios, videos, and images such as that. Okay, let's. I think you all know to clarify that. Okay, here is a query for that. That is create table. That's next. That's the table name. Yes, that's table name, which means it's the original table name, and the column names, and that here is the blob. That is a that which we are displaying or expressly give this type is blob. It's a blob constraint. That's the data type. Okay, this is the constraint, or it is a query for blob. Okay. Next, we will discuss the XMLs. XML is a markup language like HTML. HTML is a hypertext markup language. It's a markup language for storing and exchanging data. In SQL, XML data can be stored columns of type of XML. SQL servers, Oracle, PostgreSQL, and MySQL are XML database system that support storing XML data. It's a special type of query. It's a special type of uh, constraint that used in modern database used in MySQL, PostgreSQL, etc. To store XML data in SQL database, you would typically create a table with an XML column. Here is the syntax for the XML. This is create table, ID, primary key, and XML data type. Okay. XML is used in many aspects of web development. XML is often used to separate data from presentation. When displaying data in HTML, you should not have to edit HTML files when data changes. With XML, data can be stored in a separate XML file. With a few lines of JavaScript code, you can read XML file and update data content of any HTML page. That's the advantage of using XML. Okay. Here's a query for XML. Okay, create table name, etc., and insert into. Here is the special character like PHP's question mark. Okay, yeah, so this is XML version according Windows. It is so used in a script. Okay, then normal code is. Here is another special character, that is special type of data, that is JSON. JSON is a JavaScript object notation, that is JSON. It's a popular data interchange format used to store and exchange of data. Many relational databases including SQL servers, PostgreSQL, and MySQL have added support for storing and querying JSON data. In SQL, you can store JSON data in a column with a JSON data type to store JSON object data into table. You can use the JSON value or JSON query function to extract value from the JSON document and insert them in columns. Okay, here is the syntax: insert in the table name, then columns specifying, then insert the values, that is first ID, then we use the dictionary format like is name and where that is key and value. Okay, that's format. Okay, this is the general syntax. Okay, in a SQL you can use another type is here, just select JSON value and JSON data and the name specify dollar symbol dot name as name from the table where id is equal to 1. This would be returned this type, this name, and it's a type of column we can get it. Okay, and here is some screenshot for JSON.